Karyosep live tonight with a preview of tonight's game. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Jess. So, of course, all of us here, we're calling this the rivalry game of the night. But I have heard from Coach Richard Starrett, he's not looking at it like this. He's going to play it like it's any other game. But us here in the media and all the fans, we're going to hype this one up because this is a good matchup here. We have the Centennial Golden Hawks taking on the Liberty Patriots. And as I mentioned in the 5, the head coach for Liberty, Brian Nixon, he spent some time here at Centennial before he made that move to Liberty. But we have the new kid on the block and Richard Starrett as the head coach for Centennial trying to bring a whole new tradition to the G-Hawks this year, and so far they've gotten off to a good start with a 3-2 record heading into tonight's game, and that would have a lot to do because of their quarterback Max Ritchie. He's been finding his balance and chemistry as he leads this offense, and he's coming into his second season as a starter for the G-Hawks. Through 5 games, 10 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, rushed 44 times for 222 yards, and Starrett has been asked about beating Liberty since beginning of the season. Of course, that's because the media would do that, and this season the G-Hawks are 3-2. As I mentioned, they have yet to lose at home, and they have put up just 100 points. But as we know, Liberty defense has only allowed 73 all season, so that's going to be the task tonight, is how they can handle Brian Nixon and his Liberty Patriots and their defense to see if they can get things going. And with that, I'm going to be joined by the head coach of Centennial, Richard Starrett. Coach, if you can slide on in here. So, of course, you were just chatting with me, so we're all hyping up this game, but for you, you're kind of taking things down a notch and making it a little more comfortable feel for the team. Is that right?
Right. We have 5 of these games. That's what I keep telling them. And this one's a big deal to a lot of people. It's not a big deal to us. It's just another football game. Happens to be a few cameras in my face this week, but at the same time, our kids know what we're doing, and we're preparing for the future, and we're preparing for right now.
And I called you, just jokingly, the new kid on the block. You came from Texas, so you really are kind of new to all this, but you've learned, I'm sure, the rich history with Brian Nixon here at Centennial and now headed over to Liberty. And what he's been able to do with the teams here, is that something that you hope to bring with the tradition here at Centennial, is what you were looking to do when you came into this job?
Right. I have nothing but respect for Coach Nixon. I mean, what he's done at both schools is tremendous, and all around town. He's been other places as well, and that's what I strive to do. I've kind of been in the same path in Texas, and now I'm going to give it the same kind of go out here in California, and I feel really good and comfortable about where our program's at right now.
And obviously a lot of competition around Kern County. You've seen it so far, and now you're getting into league play. How comfortable are the G-Hawks? I know you've talked about that. You're still working on some things as you would, bringing in a new system here to the Golden Hawks, but how comfortable is this team heading into tonight?
We feel really good. We have a game plan, and we're going to go try to execute that game plan, and I think the kids are ready for it. We spent our bye week not really worrying about anybody else but Centennial, and I think that's what's going to really help us for these next 5 games, is just building on something and, getting that ground level of the culture built up.
And not just for myself, but for all the coaches probably watching this tonight, what is the game plan for you as a coach to ignore all this hype when it comes to a big game like this, as we keep talking about it?
Well, not only you, my parents, my family, my friends, my whole family went to Liberty as far as my in-laws go, so it's been brought up almost too much, I'll say that. But you know what, after tonight, win, lose, or draw, I'll be glad it's over, and we're going to worry about the next 4 after that. So we're at a good place right now with this program. We're 12-3 coming in tonight, with freshmen and JV going 5-0 and 4-1, and so we're going to start there, and we're going to build this thing from the ground up, and I think we're starting the right way.
So yeah, you hear it there, a lot of attention on this game. But Coach Starrett, my last question for you, talking about the youth on your team, that's something that's been a little bit of a struggle. A lot of teams kind of go through that. What's that been like to see these young guys step up, and how good does that look then for maybe next season? I know you're not looking that far, but you're building it here right now.
I'm looking for next season as well. This is a program, and it's starting from the freshmen all the way up. We have 11 sophomores on varsity. I think 8 of them are going to start tonight in this football game. So, we got some big-eyed kids, and they're having growing pains, but they learn. It's great to see it from week in and week out. You'll see a kid make a mistake one game, and then the next week you'll see him improve on those type of things, and that's really what it's all about.
Well, we appreciate the honesty. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll let the attention slide. You can go take care of business on the football field. And guys, of course, we're looking forward to this matchup along with many others around the county. We'll have all those highlights at tonight at 11 o'clock at Friday Night Live. So make sure to tune into that, and we'll see how this all goes down tonight with Centennial and Liberty. But for now, live at Centennial and Karyosep, I'll send it back to you.